Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In today's video, we'll be building a Nuxt CRUD application that's create, read, update, and delete functionality. Let's get started. Step 1. In App View, we'll delete the Nuxt Welcome component and implement Nuxt Page instead. This component serves as the entry point that will render our index.view content from the pages directory. Now, create a Pages folder and inside it, create an index.view file. Let's begin our index.view structure by adding a container division tag. This will serve as the root wrapper for all our CRUD components. We'll now add all our required HTML inside this container. To save time, I'll fast forward through the HTML writing process. With our HTML structure in place, we'll now focus on the JavaScript logic. First, we'll define all required variables in the script section, followed by the CRUD functions we need. The code breakdown. Here's what each part does. On mounted, this runs when your view component first loads, like when you open a web page. Process.client, a safety check that says, only run this in the browser. Local storage.getItem, CRUD items, looks for saved data under the key. CRUD items. JSON.parse, saved items, converts the saved text back into usable JavaScript data. Items.value equals puts the saved data into your app's reactive state. Whenever your list of items changes, whether you add something, remove something, or update an entry, this code automatically saves the entire updated list into the browser's storage, local storage. Breaking it down. Watch items. It watches your items array like a hawk, waiting for any changes. New items equals. When a change happens, it grabs the new version of your items. If process.client safety check. Are we running in a real browser? No weird server-side errors. Local storage.setItem takes your fresh data and stores it under the key CRUD items. JSON.stringify new items converts your data into a storable text format, like packing a suitcase. Deep, true, super important. This makes sure it detects changes inside objects, not just the array itself. Thanks to this code, if you refresh the page or come back tomorrow, your list stays exactly how you left it. No lost data. What does this code do? This function adds a new item to an array, like a to-do, shopping list, or notes app, while doing a few smart checks along the way. Breaking it down. 1. Const that item equals. This is just declaring a function called that item. It runs when you click an add button or press enter in an input field. 2. If new item.value.trim checks if the input is not empty before adding anything. .trim removes extra spaces from the start and end, so you don't accidentally add as an item. If the input is empty, the function stops here, no useless blank entries. 3. Items.value.push adds the new item to your list. Items is likely a ref array. Each new item is an object with ID date.now, a simple way to generate a unique ID using the current timestamp. Name, new item.value.trim, the cleaned up text from the input. 4. New item.value equals clears the input field after adding the item, so you can type the next one easily. Understanding the delete item function. What does this code do? This function removes a specific item from an array by filtering out the item with a matching ID. Breaking it down. 1. Const delete item equals ID equals. This function takes an ID as input, the unique identifier of the item to delete. When you click a delete button on an item, this function runs with that item's ID. 2. Items.value equals items.value.filter, item equals item.id equals ID. Items.value your reactive list, likely a ref. .filter creates a new array with only the items that pass a condition. Item equals item.id equals ID keeps items only if their ID does not match the one we want to delete. What happens under the hood? The filter method loops through all items. If an item's ID matches the one we want to delete, it gets excluded from the new array. The updated array, without the deleted item, is then saved back into items.value. Short explanation of Start Editing function. This function prepares an item for editing by setting the editing ID and text, stores the item's ID and name in reactive refs, editing ID and editing text. Waiting for views DOM update next tick ensures the input field is rendered before focusing. Finding and focusing the input searches for an input with data editing ID matching the item's ID and focuses it, or logs an error if not found. Key points. Used in inline editing UIs, e.g., to-do lists. Next tick prevents focus issues due to views async rendering. The data editing ID helps target the correct input dynamically. Example flow, click, edit. Text becomes an input field automatically focused for typing. Explanation of the SaveEdit function. What it does. This function updates an item's name in a list, like a to-do or shopping list, and stops editing. Step by step. Finds the item, searches the items array for an object with the matching ID. Updates the name if found, sets the item's name to the trimmed value from editing text, removes extra spaces. Exits edit mode, calls cancel editing, likely resets editing ID and editing text. Keynotes. .trim prevents saving empty/white space names. No mutation of items. .value directly modifies the found object. Views reactivity detects this. Save check only updates if the item exists, if item. Example. Short and simple explanation for cancel editing function. This function cancels editing mode by resetting editing ID, sets it back to null. No item is being edited. Clearing editing text empties the temporary edit input field. When is it used? When clicking cancel while editing an item. After saving an edit, like in Save Edit. Effect. Exits edit mode, the UI goes back to displaying the list, no input field. All that's left is the styling, but since this is about Nuxt, I'll breeze through the CSS part quickly. Let's run our application to verify all CRUD operations are functioning correctly. If you found this tutorial helpful, please like, share with your developer friends, and subscribe for more web development tutorials.